Hello, everybody, and welcome to the free to play. I thought today might be kind of another one of those boring episodes, but I kind of have something interesting. Pretty excited. We're gonna test out Ursula now. I got Ursula to 52, and then I just now before the video spent a whole bunch of brews just to get her to 60. Um, it's just such a chore, for lack of a better word, leveling and grinding up those champions. So I'm gonna throw a few enchants on her gear real quick. Oh, I hate when those roll a 1%, and then I get another 1%. Oh, come on. There we go. I really want HP on this champion, so any HP and defense, anytime that I can try like a 4% here would be huge. I'll take a 3. I'll take a 3. Um, we'll do a little flat defense too. I'm not too worried. I'm not gonna roll that one twice. Attack isn't a bad thing to roll on her, but I'm not going to spend those resources right there. Let's hope for a 2. All right, that's pretty good. Um, so we really want survivability out of this champion. I don't like a 2, but I'll take it. 1%. I'll go for the big ones here. I've been looking over her gear a lot today. There really isn't much more I can get out of it. So that's why I'm gearing everything. I'm not going to waste a big accuracy here. I'll go for a little bit of accuracy. We'll save that big accuracy for much later in the future. And I'm not going to tinker with the speed. The speed is right where I need it to be at 191. Deacon, I think, is at 193 now. So any closer, and she actually goes faster because she's got the speed set and he's in perception. Um, and I need for speed tuning in arena, I need her to go second. So okay. Um, I really want to test out Ursula in Clan Boss. So I kind of wasted a few brews. I could argue this is kind of what convinced me to do it. I could argue it's not a waste of brews because we're in a champion training event that I really want to at least try and get here. I really do want to try and go all the way, all in on the champion training event, but I'm going to be limited by my own energy. So I do have 241 energy right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to spend it all tonight. I have other plans and things I want to do. But tomorrow I'm going to be powering through a lot of my energy, and then I get my big energy boost tomorrow as well. And tomorrow is pretty much, aside from errands and family time, I'm off tomorrow, so I'll be doing a lot of raid, and just be leveling food for whatever next champion we're going to go with. It may be Husk, but maybe we pull something better next weekend. Without further ado, let's get into it because I really want to test out and see how Ursula does. Now, earlier today, my nightmare runs were 18.47 across 2 runs. My previous run for Brutal was 16.7, and Apothecary did 1.4 million. So we're going to come in here to Brutal again. We're going to go into team setup, and I am going to swap out the Apothecary for Ursula. Now, do I need to control any of her stuff? I think I want that to be priority number 1 and this to be priority number 2. Now, she uses Requiem whether there's someone to revive or not, which is one of the downsides to it. I think I'm okay having her use this as the second because I want the first one to power up my Deacon and my Kale and my Sun Wukong. So I'm hoping that this will give us a better performance than what Apothecary's been doing. Apothecary, I think I already said this, but just in case I didn't, Apothecary did 1.4 million. I had to write it down on a card today. But yeah, so Ursula is fully mastered. Um, I'm going to go after this run. I'm going to go over her kit because somebody asked me to. I was going to save it for question block, but I've got so many questions on question block. I think I need to fit her concept into this video, and we should have time. So let's go ahead and get started on Clan Boss here. I am going to keep it on 2 times. I am not, now I don't want her, I'm not expecting her to do 1.4 million or higher damage. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see her damage be reasonable while also seeing my overall damage scale up, meaning that we do more than 16.7 million. That is the hope. So what does Ursula bring to this composition? Well, she brings a more consistent decrease attack. Now, while you see he landed it there, and while Coffin Smasher is booked, when affinities change, which we won't see here, but when affinities change, there's a chance that he could get a bunch of weak hits and not land decrease attack as much. Ursula's would be more consistent. Which is why I kind of want to bring her. She also brings a revive. Now you'll see she does have more HP than pretty much everybody with the exception of Coffin Smasher, and she might have a little bit less than Deacon here. But she's also bringing a lot of survivability between the decreased defense, which you can see is currently on my team, as well as the strengthen, which is currently on our team. We do have a lot more survivability. Now, am I perfectly speed tuned that this is going to go off every time before Clan Boss attacks? No. Is it a little RNG whether or not it stays on my champions before he attacks? Yes. But it's better than nothing. It's no more or less RNG than what we were getting out of Apothecary's heal. Now, the difference is Apothecary brought me speed, which meant my champions could take more turns, of course. We sacrificed that speed for more direct damage across the group with increased attack, which nobody was bringing to our team with the Apothecary team. Now, we do hope to see that Ursula can do more damage now that she has War Master. I have yet to see a War Master proc. I haven't been paying attention. There's one right there. 54,901 damage. That's a War Master proc. No, wait. Then what was the 54? Because that's 60. Oh, he wasn't under decreased defense, maybe, and that's why it's higher now. Because, yeah, 66,000 is what we're expecting out of those procs. So I'm guessing it's because of the defense. Let's see this right here. We have Deacon getting low. He did finally land that. But so Deacon's low, but he's got some buffs to him. So hopefully, yeah, he survived the attack there. And hopefully now he can heal up a little bit with Leech being on there if he can get some turns. Man, he is much tankier. He's not healing up as much as I would really like to see him heal up on that A1 when Leech is active. Ooh, that was close. Now see, if he did die there, we would have been able to revive him potentially. So there is some added value. There's a nice heal up that we get from the Leech on there. He probably wasn't landing War Master. I think that's why wasn't healing as much. Yeah, see, there's a War Master proc, and he healed up pretty good. So now we've got some toughness added. So Deacon would have died there in my other run. You know, so what we're looking for is more survivability and longer duration of the fight, more turns, which would hopefully equal more damage. I am getting a little nervous that this may not be the solution. Now, don't get me wrong, even if it's not, if Apothecary ends up being the better choice for Brutal or for Clan Boss, that's totally acceptable. Ursula is still extremely valuable. It won't be a mistake to have a Reviver and a champion that can increase defense and bring strength in. So, there's that. We do lose the Deacon, but hopefully Ursula will come around here soon to a revive. There we go. Nice. So now we get our Deacon back. Now, obviously that would not have happened if we were running the Apothecary version of this composition. Alright. Clan Boss is hitting pretty hard now. We had increased defense and strengthen up for that. And we're at about the same damage. We're a little bit over now at 17 million. I don't know if she's going to get another revive off. I would love it if she could, but I don't think she will. We'll see here. She might get 2 turns here. Do we get it? No, I don't think we're going to get the revive. Okay. So 18.27 million. That is better, not by too much, but she did 1.6 million. I think Ursula is the way. Now I wasn't smart enough to write down the amount of damage that the rest of the team did. Um, but seeing 1.6 million out of Ursula, and we lasted more turns and we did more damage is very, very promising. Very exciting to see that. Um, Now, also keep in mind that Apothecary had Phantom Touch, so he was doing even more damage um, than, Ursula doesn't have any blessings on her. So if we get a blessing on her in the future and can get probably we'd probably want to squeeze a little more damage out of, so we'd probably go Phantom Touch on that. Could be a very, very big improvement for the team moving forward. But I'm very happy to see Ursula, now that she has War Master, contribute greatly to Clan Boss. So definitely have some tweaking that I can do, maybe rearrange some gear. Sun Wukong will hopefully be getting his 3rd Ascension. So if we go and look, nope. I have been working hard on the event. I still have a little over 3 days left. We're about we're at 435, and we need to hit 600. So I am trying very hard to push through the champion training event. I'm also doing a lot of the classic arena event, trying to get these 30 points right here. I did do today, as if you notice, my silver is below 10 mil for the first time. Um, I did spend a lot of points or a lot of silver leveling up artifacts just to get these Halloween points right here. Um, I am not going to go for any of the others. This cost a lot of silver to get, and I don't want to blow my silver. I also just don't have that great of gear to level, and it doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't make sense for me to want to throw resources into weak gear. Now this is an item that could certainly get. I think this ring, being an HP ring with HP percent, could definitely see an upgrade here. I wish I saved some of those HP enchants, but we'll throw that in there for sure. Because he is an HP based champion, so we do want to squeeze a little bit more out of him as well. So, yeah, I just don't really have a lot of gear that I want to put energy into. Like, I was struggling to find pieces where I was like, I want to level this up. Now I did, and part of that is because of my impatience. And because I was desperate for content last night, I 6-starred these gauntlets, which is a good decision. Not 6-starred. I level 16 to these gauntlets, which I think is a great decision. Um, it's a really great piece. Unfortunately, I just did it when it wasn't during an event where and I literally was just hours away. So I need to work on my patience a little bit and be able to double dip, because while I was trying to level stuff up today, I was like scrambling like, I don't what piece am I going to level? I leveled everything last night. So, and I kind of like having a 10 million silver cushion. This is not a requirement. This is not necessarily even a recommendation. This is just a personal preference. On my main account, I was always on the wire, but it's really, really frustrating when you get low on silver, because it starts to hurt you in ways that you don't think about. Like, you can't buy stuff from the market. Um, you can't um, ascend. You can't book. You can't do a lot of some. Can you not even pull shards? Yeah, you can't even pull shards. Like all these little things that you want to be able to do in this game, and you just can't do them, and it can be very frustrating in the moment. So I like to have a cushion. Um, and I like to be very conservative with my silver, mostly on the free to play. On my main account, I've been very relaxed on the silver because if oh shoot, I ran out of silver, I go find it in other places. I talked about that in a previous video. So, um, very happy with where Ursula's at. As far as arenas going, we're going down a little bit, and I'll explain why. I changed my defense up. The reason I did that, and I might even be able to show you guys to see if it worked. Um, yeah. All right. We'll pop these real quick and take a look at arena. So let me refresh the list. Yeah, well, at least one. So something I've been running into is arena lists where I can't beat any of the teams in there. Um, and because we have the tournament right now, I need some wins because that's what counts for the tournament. And so when I'm not getting those wins, it's very punishing to the account as a whole because I'm currently fighting for that words. I'm fighting for that tournament. That's the word. Um so I hate it when they get to go first. Yeah. I need more speed. It's so frustrating. It's very funny because you'll start to recognize teams that you fought before. Like I think that team surprised me and actually beat me. Let's find out. Yeah, this Demytha super fast. Probably for a clan boss build. Um, but this is kind of the struggle that I'm having. It's like finding teams that I can beat um in gold. Now, the great thing about this team is that I'm able to go first. A lot of teams I've been losing against because I'm going second. Um, and this is not a go second team at all. It's a go first team. And if I lose the speed battle, I pretty much lose the fight, as we saw against that Nishak team. Here, I picked this team because while they were tanky, I knew I was going to get to go first. And that made all the difference. I was able to burn them down because I do hit hard. My champions do hit hard, but if I don't get a turn, it doesn't matter. So, for example, this team will probably outspeed me, just given the composition of the team. Oh, maybe. Okay. Okay. Man, that block buffs. Oh, they removed the buffs, yeah. Alright, got the Ronda down. My son Wukong should come back to life soon. My son Wukong should come back to life soon. My son Wukong... What is going on? This doesn't make any sense. Does this happen to anybody else? Like, is it because of Ronda? It's a passive skill. How those were like a 50 turn. Like what? Somebody make it make sense. Why didn't my son Wukong come back to life there? What am I missing? Please tell me in the comments what I was missing there because that doesn't make sense to me at all. Unless it was Ronda blocking the skill before he died. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Yeah. It's been so frustrating. Really has been. Um, so I'm gonna refresh here. The reason I refreshed there was because I was pretty confident that I would get some low, easy teams, like one defender teams, because I just had a bunch of losses. And I didn't. So I just wasted my money or wasted my gems, which is very annoying. So, but yeah, I need wins in order to get this classic takedown. It doesn't matter that I'm in gold if I'm not getting wins and I'm not advancing up here to get these points for the Titan event. So, um, yeah, and like in the past when I was in silver, I'm blowing through this, winning every single fight, right? So that's why I changed my defense so that hopefully I can lose a couple rounds. This is a bad time to change defense because reset is it's not that bad right now, but with reset being Sunday for arena, I kind of want to stay in gold and get the gold rewards, but um, I also need to do this tournament. So, did I pop it yet? Oh, I don't have one. Wait, what do I got to do to get the full refill? Is it an advanced? Am I crazy? Did I already use it? I may have already used it. The You get one full refill a day, so I refreshed for nothing. Awesome. I thought I had a refill. Man, I am on a roll today. This is what happens when you get flustered. Um in the game. And I'm getting a little bit flustered by arena. And and this is where, like, admittedly, short-term gains hurt me in the long run because I might be able to be gaining benefit from certain champions that I have. Oh, this is where it is. It's right here. Okay. I literally pointed to it and you guys can't see what I pointed at. Um yeah, this is the one, this is the refill I'm talking about that I you get once a day. So I'm an hour away from it. Um that's going to get used tomorrow. um but so I did just waste 5 gems for nothing. Oh well. But what I was talking about was I did get rid of a lot of decent arena champions early on. Alika was the most notable one, who does is a has a chance of increasing the cooldowns on all enemy skills. This is a champion that would be pretty darn valuable to arena right now, and I made the short-term sacrifice for the long or the I made um the long-term sacrifice for the short-term gains. It was an easier champion to get to 5 stars and level up one of my champions. That's why I'm currently able to have 6 star champions. I hate saying that word, just so you guys know. But uh um so and that's a decision that I'm okay with. I'm not saying that this was a decision that I regret. I'm saying that if you are looking at a larger picture, then you can, that's where those arguments do come in from the other side that say, well, do you really want to sacrifice this great champion and hurt yourself later? Because you are going to feel it, and I am feeling it. And I'm okay with making that decision, but you need to ask yourself if you feel comfortable making similar decisions on your account. Um, because not everybody is going to want to make the decisions that I'm making. Um, Sorry, give me 1 second. All right. So, but that's pretty much it. I do want to keep this video nice and short because I do feel like I've been rambling in a lot of my videos. So happy to see Ursula's progression. Tomorrow, we're going to use Ursula in all of the clan boss runs and see what impact that has in both Nightmare and Brutal, and see if we get any gains, get any improvement out of that, which could be pretty big for the account. We might be this close to 4-key Nightmare. Depending on how it goes tomorrow. We don't know yet. So we'll do a little bit of testing tomorrow, see what that looks like, and then keep grinding. So at this point, I'm just grinding up. I might consider saving some food for, not food, saving some energy for this dragon tournament instead. Now that Ursula is 6-star, yeah, I used Bruise. And yes, I really do want to do the champion training event. Ah, shoot, I gotta do the champion training event. We'll see what's in this dragon tournament tomorrow. I don't think I would be able to get max rewards out of a dragon tournament. So if we look at the spider tournament as an example, this is a lot of points to get. Our account is not going to get 3,300 points on spider. We might be able to get a little higher now that we have Ursula, so maybe we'll experiment with that. But I don't think we can get 3,300 points. And then I would be sacrificing the points that we would potentially get from the champion training event because I can only place my energy in so many places. So I think tomorrow, or tonight and tomorrow, we're going to fight to this 7,000 position. And then after that, the remaining in it, we're going to stop there. As much as I want to go for this legendary skill tome, and it's a good idea to do so, for my purposes, I need gear. And it might be better for me to do the dragon and double dip during that scenario. So we will take a look at that. So check out tomorrow's video to see what decisions I end up making as far as where I want to place my energy tomorrow. Also, tomorrow I will be recording and releasing the next episode of Question Block, episode 2. I don't know why I couldn't get that out. Question Block episode 2 will be filmed and released tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. I had a lot of great feedback from Question Block 1. What is Question Block? It's basically where I answer your YouTube questions. Speaking of, I don't have enough time in this video to go. Oh, I do. I got enough time. So one of my questions in a previous video was about Ursula and going over her a little bit more. Now, so Ursula is a reviver. She does have a small amount of turn meter on her A1. It's not something I'm super counting on. Okay. Her A2 is very nice. It decreases the enemy attack while increasing our attack. So this fills in for what was previously done by Spirit Host, a rare. And so now not only are we increasing our attack, we're also decreasing the enemy attack, which is very valuable on PvE and PvP. Then her A3 is a full revive, which is not always very common, as I've learned, in the rare, or in the epics anyways. So we get a full team revive, fills their turn meter by 50%, and places increased defense and strengthen. Now, this ability, as we saw in Clan Boss, goes off even when no one is dead. So she can just simply give us increased strengthen, or increased defense and strengthen. Increased defense and strengthen both reduce the damage that we're taking. Thus, we're able to survive more turns, which gives us an opportunity to do more damage. That's what makes her viable for Clan Boss. Is she one of the best Clan Boss champions out there? No. But for the champions that I have on my account right now, she brings a lot to the table as far as decreased attack, increasing our survivability, and she brings about the same, if not more, damage than Apothecary did, um, with her masteries. And it can only get better as she gets more blessings and gets more books on her as well. You'll see that her cooldown is not reduced on this. We really want this to be a 5-turn cooldown. The books have not been kind. I've put uh what's that, 14 books on her. I guess that's not right. 14, 13, 12. 12 books on her. Um and we have not reduced the cooldown on the one area where we want to land the books. So to be able to land the books on this will be very good. Thankfully, we only have 2 more books to go. I already have those ready, or at least one of them ready for the next Clan v Clan. We will wait for that. As much as I don't want to, we will wait for that. And then maybe get a little bit more viability out of that, the revive and survivability. And while it is sometimes frustrating to not be able to revive people because it's on cooldown, we saw in that Clan v Clan that Deacon would have died at one point if he didn't have those increased defensive buffs. So if you look at it from that perspective, it was a revive, right? Deacon would have died and gotten revived, or he survives the attack because he has defense and strengthen. So, there's some give and take there if you want to think outside the box a little bit on it. And then let's look. So her masteries, I haven't done a deep dive into these. I took this off of Hell Hades' site. I knew I wanted to get to War Master. That was very important because that's the only way we're going to get any damage out of Ursula. She's not a damage-based character. We wanted her to be able to do at least, if not more than what Apothecary does, while also boosting the team's damage with increased attack, which she did. We saw that in the numbers. We get a little bit of extra crit rate, and then a little bit of extra crit damage, and then we just work our way down, get a little bit more lifesteal. That one is less impactful, higher max HP, so she gets that every time, and all these would be the similar masteries that you would have on Apothecary. We go for the pinpoint accuracy because we need her to land those debuffs, so we need accuracy. This is, again, more accuracy if no skills are on cooldown. This is less per clan boss, more for arena / wave clear. Cycle of Magic, we want this on in this scenario because we are not in a speed tune to try and refresh the cooldown of both the defensive buffs and her decrease attack and increase attack. Lore of Steel, just to get more speed out of those sets that she's running. Lasting Gifts to increase the duration of the increased defense and strengthen. And then Master Hexer to increase her debuff, which is the decrease attack. So, like I said, I just cut and pasted these off of a Hell Hades recommendation, but they do all make sense, and I get why they went that route. As far as alternates go, I don't really know. I haven't really kind of dove into where I would want to change. I'm happy with these masteries. Do I recommend always cut and paste masteries from content creators? No. You do kind of want to try and make sure you're getting value out of certain masteries, but all of these masteries made sense. So when I looked over the recommendations, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right. Last thing before we go, sorry for the long video, and I do have a poll on my channel in the community tab asking if you guys would want to watch me stream. This is an important thing for me because currently the only way, because I'm an affiliate on Twitch, I would be able to gain monetary value from subscriptions and things like that. I'm not a person that's going to do a Patreon. I don't really want, to be honest, I don't even want subscribers. I want subscribers on YouTube. I meant in Twitch, where you have to pay to subscribe. I don't really want to take money from people directly. I'm more of like a whatever. I don't want to go down that route. Because I don't want to make this video any longer than it is. But if you guys want to watch me stream, let me know, and I will start streaming again, and I'll start letting you guys know when those streams are coming. That way we can all hang out, we can chat live. I can go over stuff on this account. I can do stuff on my main account. I can play other games. I'm going to be streaming tonight. It's Saturday night. This video is going to come out probably in an hour from now because it takes so long to upload. I might not even be streaming anymore by then, but I do stream every Saturday night. I'm Roadblock on Twitch, so I'd love to stream on YouTube, which is something that I'll probably do in the near future. But for now, I have it set up for Twitch, and that's where I'll be. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry for the long video for like the sixth time I've said that. But I'm excited about content tomorrow and my question block episode. So I will see you guys in those videos.